My name is Gale Geske. I am a driver and sometimes trainer, and I also do car seat safety training and inspections. I get excited every morning to go to work, not to drive my van, because as many of you probably think, I've never thought I'd drive a minivan. But I get excited to get up and go and help people and pick children up and meet people that are caring for other children or caring for the children that I'm driving, and to get them there in a loving, safe manner. I guess it's exciting when a baby recognizes you, but it's exciting when small children say, "Oh, I remember you," and then they hug your leg or stand close to you because they know that they're going with you, or just that connection, even if it's briefly, just for a moment or two, is what inspires me to go to work every day and do it more and do it better every day. Frontier transportation, you do encounter a lot of people, and people are paying attention, especially if you have children. They are watching you and paying attention. A lot of smiles when you bring small children in and out of places, that kind of thing. But I had an experience where I was bringing a baby to the Hennepin County location, and we were early. And so if we're early and it's winter, I bring them in and we'll sit and wait with them. And I brought her from a long distance. And so and she's a very small infant, so if there was a need for feeding or changing, that's what I would do, given that time. If she was hungry and I could wait until the mother or father arrived, then that's what I would do also. But if she needed to be changed, I can do that. And she did need it to be changed that day. I changed her and I went back out to the lobby and I was holding her and playing with her, just being me, taking care of a baby, having fun, smiling, talking to her. And it was getting close to the time when the social workers should arrive, and so I called her and she said, "Oh, Gale, you're in the wrong place today." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, let me find out where I should go." And a lady sitting not far from us said, "Are you from Frontier?" And I said, "Well, yes, I am." And she said, "Well, I know where that baby goes. What's her name?" And at first I kind of looked at her and said, "Well, I'm not going to tell you her name," because I didn't know who this lady was. And so I said, "I'm going to call my dispatcher. Thank you." And she said, "Well, is your dispatcher Nikki?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Gale." And she said, "I was going to ask you if you were Gale, because I've been watching you and listening to you, and I am the director of the transportation part of the social workers that you work for." And I had no idea that that's who she was. Like I said, I had been sitting there for probably 10-15 minutes playing with the baby, not knowing who this woman was. I called my dispatcher, and they talked as I was on the phone. They knew each other, and so I got the baby together and brought the baby to where she was supposed to be. The next week, my boss called me and said that this person gushed all over me because she had observed what I was doing and was impressed by the care that I was giving this infant and how involved I was and caring, and how protective I was when she said something and I didn't know who she was. So I wasn't going to let her know the baby's name until I knew who she was. And then he told me that her boss also called him and said some of the same things. So it was a great moment for me because I had been caught doing what I do. But it also reminded me that, there are people watching all the time. And so when you're with children, that's to be expected, and you have to be on your best behavior and on your toes to make sure that you're handling everything correctly.